Yo, what's good my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with yet another video. As you can see, we are here in the Labyrinth, in the dungeon, in the gulag. We are going to be running through Labyrinth again. The first time that I ran through it, I lost a few times. That's okay though. Usually my kind of like play style with Labyrinth is to go in multiple times and just keep hitting all of the shops in an attempt to get as many of the Guardian Stones as I can. So I wanted to wait until I was kind of like at a halfway point. I'm almost to level 10 in the Labyrinth. I have not been losing over and over again. More so, I've been making it to the end and then restarting and going back through so I can buy all the Guardian Stones again without the difficulty getting harder, because I want to ramp up the Guardian Stones and just see how crazy of an effect they have when you get them all the way up to 90. But as of right now, my Guardian Stones, the attack one is at level 35. So 1900 attack, 296% pierce rate, 222% crit chance, and then 296% crit damage. So like, at this point, I'm just always critting and always just doing big damage with the crit. Like, because now that I think about it, every time I look at a character, they are always critting. 368% resistance, 276% crit resistance, and then 368% crit defense. I do notice that I am patienceing enemies now at this point on most of the fights. And then the HP one. Lifesteal is insane. Like literally you do damage and then you can see right here, you heal back 128% of it. So it's just like, you're literally healing back more damage than you're even doing. Plus, your regeneration rate and your recovery rate, literally at the, I was about to say upkeep. At the beginning of your turn every time, you literally get full health back. And you're getting a boost to 33k HP. So level 30 on the Guardian Life Stones, 44 on the Guardian of Protection Stones, or Guardian Stone of Protection, and then 35 on the Guardian Stone of Wrath. And I didn't even realize how far the level was on the Guardian Stone of Protection. But this isn't me like coming in and telling you all of the things that are in Labyrinth. This is me pulling up, playing Labyrinth, and just kind of like showing y'all all the stuff that I've just kind of discovered and messing around with Labyrinth, because some of these things obviously were not here when Labyrinth last came around, but the last few times that Labyrinth came out, I actually had not been playing it because obviously I wasn't playing the game. But now I'm back in it, and one thing that I notice now is whenever you win all the way through, you couldn't basically... Just now when I was choosing my character, all those characters in that character pool were actually pretty good characters. 4 of those characters were characters that I won the last run with. So they're literally giving you a chance to choose characters that are guaranteed like keys to your victory, like from the start, and just let you start off with them. Now, if you get lucky enough to get the other characters again and reassemble them, then obviously it's going to be an easy time for you. But sometimes you are not lucky enough to put those characters back together, so there still is a very big RNG aspect to it. But that's kind of where farming up the Guardian Stones comes in and gives you a really big hand, because it's going to buff your stats to a really crazy amount. But one thing that I'm noticing now is, I've beaten the Labyrinth before, and I don't recall this being a thing. They give you a clear bonus at the start, because I already picked my character, but after I pick my character, first it's going to ask me, do I want to awaken the character, level the character, boost their ultimate? I typically go for the awakening route, because you level up a lot fighting different enemies. And plus obviously I can walk on teleport nodes. Then also, they let you choose a passive from the start. I just typically I'll either choose the Goddess Allies 10%, because pretty much like Sariel solos this. Sometimes I'll do the all allies basic stats. I'll do all allies because typically I don't end up with another goddess on the team. And if I do, it's not for a little while. But you can see that Sariel's combat class is 25,000. So you're going to see later on, there's going to be like a hidden boss kind of like room type of deal. And I've done that before, and literally I've gotten, after I beat that boss, I get a list of passives. This is in a secret room. I'm going to go to the same secret room I went to last time. But literally, after you get the after you beat the boss, they let you choose a passive, and the passives are like super crazy. Like one of the passives were increases allies all stat or basic stats by 10% if the unit's combat power is 25k or higher. So just think about the fact that I just went into the first fight of this and I have so many Guardian Stones that like my stats are just buffed to like a disgusting amount, and I'm literally just here already 25k combat class on the first mission. So if I still had that buff, I could abuse that. But I'm gonna try to get it this run actually. So these right here, these little jump rifts, there are blue ones and there are green ones. The blue ones literally just take you to each other, and the green ones also take you to each other. But the only thing that I do not like about these is if you're trying to farm up the Guardian Stones, like honestly, I'm probably to a point where I've farmed up enough Guardian Stones to where I could probably just like stop focusing them and like run through this and just keep beating the levels to get to level 20. But I want to get the Guardian Stones level 90, not as a big handicap against the boss on level 20, but I just want to see how crazy all these are level 90 are against like the boss at the end of Labyrinth. So I will be working towards that before the season is said and done. But we're gonna go for the levels here because I went for the Awakening Star first. All right, guys, I went for Liz because she's gonna give us a buff based on Goddess allies on the battlefield. And honestly, that buff earlier that would have been giving Goddess allies 10% boost to their stats, that would have probably been more beneficial at this point. But you know, you never know what you're gonna get as you're going through the Labyrinth. I will spend 10 points to re-roll this one time. Some of the characters are the same, but I'll take Gother, I guess. Just use them for rank ups. Okay. So basically, like I said, I just like to go and buy as many Guardian Stones as I can. We just got the Stone of Wrath to level 36. Okay. Let's go here. So what are you, comment down below? Or maybe not comment down below. I mean, yeah, you can comment down below because it's gonna leave a mess in the comments either way. But what do you think the stats are looking like at all level 90 stones? I feel like by the time, I feel like what it translates into is probably you're coming into missions, so like you're patienting everything. All right, guys. So we are actually here fighting the boss of the first floor of the labyrinth, and then after that we can look at floor 2 and kind of talk about some of the portals there, because there's like a multitude. Like the portals on level 1 or on floor 1 are going to be just portals that move you directly to another point. Like I was saying earlier, though, the only problem with those portals is they typically skip past shops, and when you skip past a shop, you can't get the Guardian items, or the Guardian Stones. So I think that's more for players who are already like kind of like deep in the shop and don't need to really chase the stones anymore. But this mission is going to be easy wash. Counter characters make this really easy. The only fight where like Sariel struggles, I feel I can say, is the fight against Gloxinia. But that's just because Gloxinia debuffs and then does ruin on Sariel. Even my Guardian Stones are not to a point where I can just eat that. Damn. That last skill is not going to do damage. But it's cool, because, yeah, they're dead. Okay. It didn't matter. But, well, so I'll see y'all on floor 2, Magic Knights. Alright, guys, so here we are on floor 2. Now, this rift is the same as the one on floor 1. Unstable rift, literally, if you move closer to it, it will transform. This rift is like a little boss fight. And then these are literally just like the same. These are the same like rift as the green one on the first level. But typically the path that I take, if you can see here, there's 3 shops on this side if you follow the right path. And then there's only 2 over here to the right if you go on this path. So what I like to do is I always take the path that allows me to hit all the shops and get all of the Awakening Stones. And luckily, I can do that and still hit the hidden boss encounter. So we're gonna go there. It should be this should be Gila, Hauser, and Gil Thunder. And then on the level after this, the secret boss encounter should be Meliodas and Elizabeth, and they are evil. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the path of the boss encounter, and then I'm gonna do Labyrinth the second time through, and then I'll go through this room and just show y'all what that is in there as well. Because as I move closer to it, like once I'm 1 block away from it, that's when it'll show itself. All right, guys. So before we get up to the little boss battle up here, we're actually right here at this little fork in the road, and I could go this way, which would allow me to go through this jump rift and take me up here. But I am going to go this way and beat this mission just so you guys can kind of like see what it looks like when it unlocks. All right, guys, so we beat that little fight right there. Now you can see there's literally like a treasure chest, and like there's like there's a treasure chest, there's a shop, and there's also like a hero choice banner in there. Hidden cave rift. So I'm not gonna do that because it could be anything, and I'd rather get this guaranteed shop right here. Though I can actually go here and then take this path up and still hit the hidden boss battle as well. So I guess I can take the chance on it. This is just a random battle. The difference between a random battle and a normal battle is that normal battles, the monster is already like guaranteed, like who you're gonna fight. Like that fight I just did to unlock this path right here, that was a normal battle. I saw that it was Hawk before I went in there. But this one right here, it's just kind of like it could be this monster, or it could be this monster, or it could be this monster. That's like the main difference in between a random stage. And also the reward information is different as well. But yeah, that's the main difference. But we'll go this way, I guess. So it teleports me, and oh, there's an awakening star, and there's a shop anyway. So even though I'm missing a shop right now, it makes up for it. It makes up for it. Let's see if this shop has a crazy passive in it. Well, I don't have a character that needs a revive, so I guess I'm just maxed ult now. Okay. We're chill. Guardian Stone, of course. Level 45 on defense. Gotta keep it up. I thought they would let me pick from like some crazy heroes or something, but not really. Dang, I can't buy a passive in here? That's crazy. Alright, well, that's fine. I got what I needed. Okay. So we exit, we come back, and we're just back in the same spot that we were in originally. And yes, wait. I'm missing this shop either way. So now I can go either way if I wanted to. My ultimate is max. So it only makes sense to go the Awakening Star route. But I'll cut ahead to when we're in here. Alright guys, so we have jumped into the little hidden boss rift here. And you can see my choices are to leave or leave after fighting a boss battle. So we're gonna fight this boss battle. What's kind of beat is I don't have a fourth character, so I have no backline to give me any extra support. But my Guardian Stones should do more than well enough supplementing that. But even when you have a fourth character in Labyrinth, sometimes it doesn't really work out because they don't really have a passive anyway. But if I did have a fourth character, an extra card will drop at the beginning of my turn. So that would be useful, but it is what it is. Alright, we are just gonna do that with Sariel. I'm telling y'all, Sariel eats it here, bro. There's specific, like even in the Gloxinia fight, Sariel does good enough damage the first turn with the counter. Then Glock's one-shots. Ooh, Patience is crazy. Glock's one-shots, and then, wow, Patience is crazy. Glock's one-shots, and then literally, you still win anyway, because Sariel already put in enough damage before dying for you to benefit from it. And then, that's just attack related. Okay, then I'll do this and do a level 3 debuff. But Sariel's already done enough work to the enemy's health that like you can kind of just finish up doing straight damage attacks. So let's see these counter attacks. I mean, Gila's gonna heal, but that usually comes at the end of the turn. So let's hope. Oh, okay, no, dead, no heals. Okay, good. These boss fights are pretty easy, honestly. Once you get to a certain point, obviously. He's gonna ult. You can't counter an ultimate. So I'm gonna use my ultimate. Then his attack stats are still lowered right now. Will it reset the buff? Will it reset the duration of the buff is my question. No? It's still the same duration. But yeah, that's stupid. So yeah, that skill's a waste. But we're gonna do this. And then it's GG. Secret boss battle, clapped. I could have probably used Gother's ultimate and just been more aggressive about this, but I wanted to do it with a counter specifically. Oh, I didn't even kill. Yeah, that is a little unfortunate. But we can take his ultimate away and then do that. GG. But let's see what crazy passive awaits us from beating this fight. This is the only like hidden boss battle I've beaten in Labyrinth, actually. The Meliodas and Liz one is kind of evil, gonna be honest. But I didn't have Sariel the first time I went against it, so I feel like with Sariel I can make a difference because I can get the damage out without attacking, and Meliodas is a counter. Increases damage dealt by skills with shatter effect by 320%. Increases damage dealt by skills with a break effect by 320%. Increases damage dealt with skills with a spike effect by 290%. Let's refresh that. Increases the hero's basic stats by 10% if the hero's combat class is 25k or higher at the start of battle. That's what I want. Damage dealt with break skills again, charge skills. So we just take the UR basic stat increase. Then we come back, and we still have the shop waiting for us. And the only thing that we sacrificed was picking a character, but we can still do that with this right here. Oh, this only works in PvP. That's trash. Tyr's kind of a menace. Ragnarok or unknown. Now, guys, I know I'm just hopping around and just kind of like doing random fights. I mean, you guys already saw me do a Labyrinth video, and yes, I did not win all the way through, but Labyrinth comes out like seasonally. You know what to expect. This is a new Labyrinth though, and I'm kind of just wanting to go around and like showcase specific things. So the whole point that I'm making here is that Labyrinth is just so much more playable now as a game mode. I feel like before it was playable because it has really good rewards, right? But I'll be honest, and this is gonna sound crazy, but whenever I beat Labyrinth, after I beat Labyrinth and get all of like the crazy one-time rewards, I never go back and farm enough points to get those treasure chests that have all those extra materials in them. And now I'm just like, not only do they have all these extra little encounters you can do now, so like literally when you go into Labyrinth, it's just like you have things that you, hold on, let's not waste that. You go into things that you literally have not even beaten yet. So you're just like, all right, well, I still haven't beaten this. So even though I've beaten Labyrinth, I haven't really beaten the Labyrinth yet. And you still have something to work towards. It feels like an objective you can work towards defeating and feel some sense of growth in your progress playing the game. Even though this is more based on, it's a roguelike. So, you know, it's not based on how your gear is or anything like that. But more so, I'd say, is based on how you play the game. So this definitely makes you a smarter player, you know, because you're not given choices for who you want. Instead, you are given randoms, and you have to make do with what you get. And like in a game where you're so used to, because you got to think, all the passives work off of each other. You got to think, you're playing a game mode where you get random characters who at first, initially, unless you're super duper lucky, the passives aren't going to synergize. But Goddess Allies basic stats by 15%, or decrease all enemies crit resistance and crit defense by 20% for each ally on the battlefield. We'll do that, and we'll get a revive. But it's just a lot. I feel like it's a lot more depth to it now, and I've already bought everything in the shop, but I'm like well on my way to getting all of these chests, and I never farm Labyrinth that much after it comes out. Like, literally after I get the clean sweep on the rewards, I never. And like, dude, you got to think, I've literally already spent all the. I didn't own any of these costumes, so I absolutely spent all these mats to get all these costumes and everything. And even still, I'm almost to a point where I can get all of these. And I feel like the fact that I have 5,400 freaking Labyrinth coins, and I still can't get all of these, I feel like that's why I never get all of these, because they're expensive. But literally, I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried about making it to, I'm gonna keep my setup, because nobody here has anything that works in the back. This is for PvP only, and that is for PvP No, I don't want to skip. That's what I'm gonna do. I have 161 coins, so I'm gonna roll it a few times here. But now they've set it up in a way where you can just continue to play and try to actually just beat levels for the sake of beating levels, for the pure achievement of it, and you're still getting rewarded because there's so much in the background that you're able to pick up. But I say GG, they greatly improved the Labyrinth. Dude, none of these characters work in the back line. So if I use 55, what does that sound? If I use 55, I still have enough to buy. Yeah, I'll use it again. Don't ever re-roll like that. That was horrendous. I'll do that because you're a human. That helps somebody out. Barely. I'll do this, I guess. It just helps Sigurd. Sigurd's like a human and a demon, right? We're gonna go this way, and we're just gonna have to win this fight without Sariel, which literally this is like payback for Sariel being so good in here. You put him in a fight where he has to take ruin damage and he gets absolutely scatter blasted, but then you can literally revive him like a fight later. All right, guys, we have successfully revived Sariel. I'm feeling dangerous. We're gonna go for this boss fight. Alright guys, so this is the fight against Meliodas and Liz that I was talking about. It's final boss version of them. It's pure evil. Get ready. Get ready. Alright guys, so Liz is the only one who can be debuffed. Basically, if you want to pop off at all, I say maybe focus doing attacks in the first turn. And then, unless you have a character who can remove stances, of course. But if you don't, I would say focus on attacking for the first turn just to get whatever you need out. So I have Sigurd, for example, so I'm going to extort Liz, so I have a little bit more stats. Do you see that? That's disgusting. All right, here's what we're gonna do now. Now we're gonna do this because I'm back to full health. It doesn't matter, right? We're gonna do this and then do this. Okay. The damage is not really that crazy. I was gonna say, that's crazy that Liz can't be taunted because she definitely just did a single target on somebody who wasn't Sariel. That's crazy. Alright, so the problem at hand is Meliodas has his counterattack right now. And I know for certain that it's very dangerous. Oh, dead. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know that Sigurd is cut out for this. Who's in the back line? Arthur. Let's rank up Sariel, do this, and then Meliodas is still countering. So, no freedom allowed. Okay. Thank you, Meliodas. Okay. Oh. Meliodas takes no damage whatsoever. I feel like we really gotta like get Liz out of here. Proactive stance on self. Wow. He has his ultimate, but I have nothing. I have nothing at all in my arsenal that can take away his counter, though. That's my issue. And why the hell isn't Arthur getting any cards? This boss fight, in my opinion, is quite difficult. How much damage does he do? Retaliates when attacked one time. Inflicts damage equal to 250% of attack when attacked with a debuff. What? And I have 2 stacks of Ignite, so I absolutely should not be trying anything with Sariel. Oh. This is gonna, you know what? This is, I'm gonna die right here on this run, but it's okay. I'm willing to test this for science. Honestly, do I want to lose Gother? I'm willing to lose Gother to see how much damage Sariel does. I'm just curious. Oh no, he hits everybody. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. He hits everybody with the counter. Okay. Yeah, but as you can see, that boss fight, quite ridiculous. But yeah, we get cooked, and we're done. But we're gonna go back through one more time, and I'll just beat it on level. I'll do the boss fight against Hell on level 8 and advance to level 9, and then that'll probably be the end of the video. Alright guys, it took some time, but we are finally here at the end of the Labyrinth, and I have actually a pretty crazy team. You can see here, I just bought a Guardian Stone. I also bought a new hero. I just bought a different backline unit, and then I'm also even gonna do this, so that way I am level 100 and 6-star Super Awakened just for this fight, just cause, right? But you can see here we have Lilia, Easton, and then Valenti. And if you look at some of my passives here, so I realized that I'm going to be critting all the time, and crit damage is always high. So since I'm going to be critting all the time, I might as well just focus crit damage at this point instead of damage, like attack, right? But peep this. Increase crit damage by 20%, increases allies attack by 6% for each female ally participating in battle. So with 3 female allies, that's 18%. Then I reduce the boss's recovery. That's because I rerolled a bunch of times and got a shitty passive. This is the same thing as the other one, right? But except for 6% is 8%. So that's an additional 24%. So 24 plus 18 is 42? 42%? Yo, if my math is wrong, that's ridiculous, but I don't care right now. Damage dealt increase with debuff skills, which all the characters do have debuff skills. Increase human allies' basic stats by 15%, and then increase human allies' defense by 21%. So just a lot of crazy human buffs. But we're going to go ahead and fight against Hell here. And I think this combat class might be the highest I've had yet. Obviously, a big part of it is going to be because of those Guardian Stones. But let's go ahead and get into the fight here and turn Hell into dust. Hell does still hit pretty hard, to be honest. Single target, single target, single target. Okay. I was about to say, that one's a debuff. That one should hit hard. It kind of did. Okay. So half health in the first turn. And since I did one hit with everybody, it evenly distributed the source of pain. So no one person was more beat than anybody else at the start of this turn, which is good. Everybody had a fair chance to start out. But we should be able to just kill right here in this turn. I'm going to do this skill, I guess. Because even though it's an AoE, I have faith in the damage. Oh, I didn't do it. But I'm certain everybody doesn't die this turn and I can just kill next turn. Like, Lily is dead. Lily is fried. Yeah. I wish you could get LR characters in Labyrinth somehow. That'd be really cool. Okay. Everybody just got a big, like, attack. Everybody just got a big attack debuff because one female just died. So everybody just lost 14% attack. Unfortunate. Okay. I think this does it, though. Plus, we're taking away her ultimate, so she can't... Okay, yeah, this does it. This does it. But no! GG! So we just beat floor 8, or level 8 of the Labyrinth. Obviously, we have to go all the way up to floor 20, but I do want to get all the way up there at 20 and see what happens. One thing also that I will say I do not like about this, though, is the fact that every time you go up in level, or up a floor, so like on how I'm on floor 8, like I've gotten higher reward amounts than this from doing the final boss before. I've gotten like 700 something before. So it's kind of crazy that that doesn't increase every single time. But I guess if it increased every single time, you would get... Yeah, this is my highest combat class yet. So these guys were level 94, 6-star Super Awakened. But yeah, Sariel, Escanor, Lilia, and then Death Pierce. But this Catastrophe team, Catastrophe / female team, actually was pretty evil. I'm gonna save the party. I like that one. What did Kendrick say? Watch the party die? Anyway, I guess. Oh, let's see. Do I have enough yet? Oh, I'm so close. So I don't have enough of these yet. So honestly, I'm gonna just let those sit because those are just gonna be SSR pendants that I can get later on as a reward to myself, you know. But I will go ahead and end the video here because we're on level 9 now. We're almost to level 20, and I feel like level 20 is going to be absolutely devious. But I'm probably going to farm out level 9 a little bit and just get as many Guardian Stones as I can again before I go to the next floor. Just because that's how I want to play it, because I'm just trying to be strategic about it. You can say whatever you want, but I want to just be able to make it all the way to the end. And I'd rather not lose, because if I lose, then I can only get a few shops and then I have to reset. Whereas if I win and then just choose to reset before the end, I can always guarantee to get every shop that I can possibly get and then reset and then just keep doing it like that. But yeah, just that final point that I want to make again. Usually whenever Labyrinth comes out, I do not farm all of the. I get ambitious, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll farm all of these, and then I farm like 10 of them, if even. But you can see here now, I'm trying to get to level 20 of Labyrinth. I'm not even halfway there. I'm busy collecting Guardian Stones, and I'm almost to a point where I can get all of these. So I'm satisfied with Labyrinth now. I do feel that there's been a big improvement. But that's gonna be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE, rambling on forever. You guys have a great night and happy Halloween. It's not Halloween anymore, but it was Halloween on the day I recorded this. Peace out.